Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Asicc 2025 taking place at the Pride Inn Resort, Kenya. This is a super important game taking place right now. Round 3 of the Africa Schools Individual Chess Championship. This is one of the top 2 chess events in any continent. The two being Africa Youth Chess Championship, which is the even number age categories. The odd number age categories is Africa Schools Individual Chess Championship. The 2025 edition is taking place in Kenya, in the beautiful port city of Mombasa, in Shanzu region by the seaside. So we are right now watching a game between the two juniors, and this is a very special moment for me because the game we are watching right now is a game between Moselle, who is white, and the young lady playing black. It's her birthday today. That's Ariella Tello. Ariella Tello is my daughter. For those of you who do not know, she's just turned 8. She is playing the under 9 category, and it's a proud moment for us on this day. So the games have started actually. We are a few minutes in. We don't have audio from the board side, but feel free really to join us and see what we have. There's a bottle somewhere which we're probably gonna send someone to remove as soon as possible, and yeah, that's already done. This broadcast is brought to you by Pelino Isaac and myself, Victor Ngani. You can follow Pelino Isaac's YouTube channel and also his Facebook channel and see the same stream. This is a joint effort between both parties, and they are making an adjustment right now to the board. I think because the board pieces are on different sides. I've understood what they're doing. The board doesn't have the numbering, so they're doing that now to add the numbers. Quite creative. That's Dennis Ombugu. And I'll also ask someone to go and remove the card that shows the board name category next to the clock, so that it is it's clear. And we'll have a chance very shortly to follow the games live on YouTube. That's there's a Lichess link as well that has been shared. So very shortly we'll do our best to ensure that we have the Lichess link. I just want to check whether we're live, but I need the YouTube link. I need the Lichess link. Send it to Isaac. I can't access on my because send to Isaac, please. You had a previous the same. So we're trying now just to pick the link right now. Yes, we have round 3. You guys can't see it yet, but you will in a few minutes. And we're going to make an adjustment now. The game we're looking at, we can do 20 per page. I think the 20 boards. And the game, as I showed Dennis how to find the YouTube link, just give me, yeah.
Let me connect to what streams then. Finish. Which round is this?
This is round number 3. You can always relabel later, no?
Yep, because I have to hard so that not here. It's not here. Let's try. need a mouse.
Let me help you out. Where is that first? What is that?
See when you
Oh, it's this one. That's good.
Okay. Transition. And I start the stream now.
You're not like it?
Yes. But I am. Good. You can proceed.
All right. Sorry guys, so what we are doing, just getting a couple of things in order because we are streaming on 2 platforms. One is on YouTube, the other one is on Facebook. How do we get the Facebook stream?
Chess Kenya. Just Chess Kenya.
Chess Kenya website is also live. Facebook, you can follow this on the Chess Kenya website live, and also on YouTube on Raising Chess Champions in Africa. So very quickly, let us just make sure we have all the boards up. Then we will be... Sorry, Isaac, we do need something here. Where was that link? It was this.
Yes.
So we can copy this one and bring it to this other side. It's a bit technical, guys. My apologies. Yeah, we have that. And we can come back to streaming software. Let's be sure that you guys can see what we are seeing as well. Yeah, that should work. And if we select one game, we'll be able to see what's going on. I think the game we're looking at right now is this. There's quite something going on. And as I was telling you, the young lady called Ariella Tello is actually my daughter, and I'm very proud of her. One day she'll watch this stream and she'll get to hear what I'm saying about her. I'm quite proud of what she's been able to do, and she's done very well. I know she works quite hard. She's felt a bit, having to juggle so many things at the same time. And there we go. I think whatever controversy there was, they've now played it. These two players are playing in the under-7 category, and the games are coming in quick and fast. They seem to know what they're doing, and I think I hope we don't have an echo, because I was seeing 2 audio sources looking like they're live. I've turned off one just to make sure that you don't get an unusual sound coming through, and we'll make some adjustments in this position as well. So here we are. This is round number 3 of the Africa Schools Individual Chess Championship. No doubt I will keep coming back to this game, partly because this is personal interest, but I will get a chance to look at a couple of games as well. Let's take a tour around the boards. We'll start with so what's happening is that all the top boards are playing together on the digital boards in the same room. Other boards continue elsewhere, and we are looking at a game between Rutendo Wende of Mozambique playing against Gikandi Banis from Ui. This has to be the under-17 category. E4, C5, only 2 moves have been played, but it shows Gikandi Banis has won. This must be a technicality. I think Mr. Penino Isaac will find out for us from the arbiter what has happened. Maybe the arbiter can come and explain if indeed it's a 1-0 situation between Gikandi Banis Wambui and Rutendo Kwende. I have a feeling, I won't speculate, but this kind of thing only happens if someone, say, has an electronic device accidentally, then they can forfeit the game, and that will be quite an upset because Rutendo Kwende is rated 1719, Gikandi Banis is rated 1509, but it's zero tolerance for anything that would go against the regulations of chess, and the regulations are very specific. Great. We'll continue next to the next board as we wait for clarification what happened on that board. We have under 17 second board, ladies. I think this is Agnes Mwai versus Kagambi Angel. Again, Kagambi Angel rated 1623. It seems as if this game quite a number of moves have been played, and white is in trouble. So d4, knight f6, knight f3, d5, knight c3. This is you generally don't want to play this knight out in this kind of a situation. Why? Because you eventually want to have room for your pieces. So if you think about these three pieces, the way to give them room to play is you probably want to bring this rook onto this file. You want to move this bishop out maybe to this diagonal or this square, and this knight often comes either here or here. So if you think about all these three pieces, then generally you find that you want to play this move before you bring the knight out into this square. Otherwise, and what will happen then is that this rook can come to this square and it will have a nice open file here. But if you bring the knight out early, as happened in this case, then this pawn is blocked and the road for this rook is not as clear. I hope that makes sense to you. So bishop f5, very clear, nice move. What Angel wants to do is to play this move. He wants to play the bishop here, the pawn here, without locking in this bishop. Normally, this move is difficult in many lines. For example, here, if this had been played, and now you play a move like this. Sorry, this bishop comes here. Then this queen at some point would come to b6, and when it comes to b6, it's attacking on this square and also attacking on this square. And that is why you often see this bishop not coming out very early in many lines that white starts as d4. However, for this threat to exist, it needs that this pawn on c3 should have moved up so that the queen has access to this diagonal. Again, another reason why the move that was played by white is not accurate. Now the bishop comes out with impunity because the queen cannot access this square and put pressure on that pawn. So bishop f5, this now becomes sort of like a Jobava London. Knight f6, knight e5, sorry. And this breaks one of the opening principles. You do not want to move the same piece twice until you have finished development. I think what white should have done here is to maybe play a move like this. Maybe bring the bishop out to d3, because this bishop is very powerful. This one not so much. So you want to exchange your opponent's powerful pieces for your not active pieces. And this would be ready to castle. So for example, let's say this is what was played. Then we have a move like this, and then bishop here. And even though black is not better, white is not better, they are not worse in this position. And in fact, white is a little bit better actually, because they have a slight lead in development. One piece for black to play, white has two. So this kind of position would have really been ideal. But instead, what white did is play knight e5, moving the same piece twice, and then they moved back again. Yeah, so even as we proceed, the knight has gone to f3, knight to e5, and now knight back to f3, wasting two whole moves. And in this position, white is definitely worse. And what you're seeing is already there's a threat on that c3 pawn. It is pinned. Defending it is not easy, because if you defend with the queen, which is what happened, Then the knight can come to e4, which it has, attacking the pawn a second time and attacking the queen. And now we have this check, and I think black is losing a piece, white is losing a piece automatically, because when you block with the knight, this knight can be picked. You have to pick with the queen is overloaded, you pick back, and this is the only move that can happen, and this position is really, really bad for white. White is lost in this position. That is Angel Kagambi playing black against Agnes Moy. Agnes Moy has played many moves which are not recommended, playing the same piece over and over, 3 moves with the knight, and playing knight to c3. Essentially, for Agnes, my recommendation is to put some effort in opening lines. I know many coaches, for not knowing what is important, avoid teaching their students lines. They misunderstand what grandmasters mean when grandmasters say don't study opening, don't put so much effort in openings as in opening lines. What they mean is you can't be a theoretician, you can't know all lines up to move 50, up to move 20, that's not possible. But you cannot get a very bad position at move number 4 in an continental championship. That one is not acceptable, and when these kinds of things happen, I do recommend, if the child has played chess for more than 2 years, 3 years, then the coach needs to compensate the parents. Controversial statement there, but that is precisely what I would be saying. So someone is calling us. I'm not sure who it is, where they're calling us from. I can't see it. Mr. Pelino Isaac is going to try and find it. Eventually we'll find it. It's coming out of a lady's bag somewhere that is seated next to us. I think it belongs to one of our officials as well. So that is that board. Let's look at Kaloki Zuri versus Angel Mercy. Angel Mercy is white against Kaloki Zuri. Kaloki Zuri, really many accolades coming her way. And already we can see this seems like there was a pawn sacrifice of some sort, but a fairly equal position. Again, d4, and yeah. Yes, go ahead, please. So very nice move, because there's an isolated queen's pawn. The strategy for this AQP, for the person having it, is at some point you may push it forward to break that weakness, or you can choose to attack by making use of the open file, and quite importantly, these kinds of squares. So Zuri decides here to, Angel Mercy decides here to push, which is fine. But here they've given up a bishop pair, and I'm not sure that's a good move to have given up that bishop pair. And now here the question arises, should you give up this pawn or should you give up this pawn? And while you may be tempted to save this one in the center, which is a passed pawn, the endgame may not support allowing white to have 2 pawns on the queen side versus 1 pawn, because that becomes very difficult. It becomes an outside passed pawn. But we'll see what Zuri does, what decision she makes. Both of these are very strong players. I can see Angel Mercy hasn't spent a single second on the clock. Zuri has spent 7 minutes. It may be that Angel Mercy is in her preparation. Both girls from Kenya. The next game is coming from Yvonne Mwashi Adego, playing black versus Bola Margaret of Zambia. This is under 15. So I can see this. I'm just confirming a couple of details. So this position may look like white has a slight advantage. Could have been a French defense, I suspect. Most likely a French advanced. This is actually quite likely what I'm seeing in this structure. Let me confirm what it is. Yeah, indeed it was a French, and indeed it was a French advanced. Okay, so what black is doing in this system is to attack the pawn. That's the base of the pawn chain. And yeah, these are, I think this move knight e7 is a bit inaccurate, because you want to put as much pressure on this pawn straight off the bat as you can. Maybe queen b6, although it's true that knight e7 and knight coming to f5 is one of the options. So it may come in, but it's a bit slow compared to the other options. Still, That is what was played. Castles, knight g6. So again, knight g6 is not the correct plan. The correct plan is to understand that this is a weak point. This is what you are attacking. So this knight often wants to come to this square to put more pressure on that pawn. So bishop to e3. Now the queen comes, and b6, which does weaken a couple of diagonals. And I think there are certain challenges that arise. If I see, for example, picks, and then this rook comes, then this threat becomes extremely strong. So let's say I play a move like this, then now there is a threat like this knight coming to this square, and this becomes very difficult for white immediately because of the choice of moves. And I think we'll see something of that nature happening. Picks, and suddenly this is one instance when I suspect being able to play the knight here, knight here is a good move. You can't bring your bishop here. That's why the bishop is also defending. And the only move you can play is this. Okay. And then now this very bad bishop comes alive. That's the problem bishop in the French. Rook has to come out. And then here now, this threat means that white will have to give up the light squared bishop for black's bishop, which is very far from ideal. Although here I'm wondering whether there's a move like this, attacking the bishop, attacking the queen. So then when this pick happens, that just loses a piece. So yeah, it's a pretty challenging situation. I think, for white. And again, the opening has been played well. Yvonne's opening choice seems to be paying off. Board 5, Makanga Annabelle versus Asaba Juliet. E4, E5. So this is a line I know quite well as well. Yeah, you do not want to pick that pawn immediately. You do not want to pick this pawn immediately. In this position, you can't pick back, because then this suddenly happens. You can pick, but you have to be ready for a very powerful line. In fact, there are options that say that in this position, after knight takes d5, even better is to play d4 immediately before taking, and only thereafter then do you pick on this square, because that's in some ways can be stronger. I think that's what GMs choose currently. Takes the bishop, but that's not the ideal move, because then taking the bishop, I think, solidifies. Yes, you get a bishop pair, but it does solidify. White's pawn center a little bit. So this is a little bit far from ideal, and I think this hasn't gone very well for black. I think black is down a pawn, and I don't think there's enough compensation for that. So that choice, that opening choice, it's an important one to know exactly what to do. I think that is down to, again, opening. I think we need to get our children to study opening lines a little bit, because what has happened here is that Makanga Annabelle is starting from a pawn down position. She sacrificed the pawn, but the continuation was not on point. What she should have done, I believe, is just take this pawn in this position. I think she could have. No, it wasn't possible to take immediately. Yes, so chase this knight away. Knight goes back. Oh, interesting. I'd not have played those lines anyway. All right, fair enough. Next game is Achara Wright versus Anil Yadav. This position started as an English. Then again, already it looks like a Slav. But Achara is avoiding playing the move d4. But I think I don't like what she has done with this, because this bishop, this g3 move opens for this bishop. right? The bishop wants to come here. But the problem with that is the bishop already has space here. So you see the light squares begin to become weak. Now this doesn't sound like a big deal, but actually this is a very big deal. And we may come back to discuss this game and look at those light squares. So these kind of weaknesses are things that people want to pay attention to. And for some reason, both players are avoiding d4 and d4 and e5. But e5 was very good. Already you can see one such possibility. A bishop has landed on one of those light squares. It's landed on d3. So you really want to be very careful about... just remove it and ask the person to please stop. You can open end. Okay. So this is a bishop to... Yeah, already the weak light squares we're talking about. Oh, we already see the game. Cello has won her game. Arella Cello has won her game. We missed that. Seems as if Arella Cello has won. We missed that game quite a bit. Let's see how that went. Congratulations, Cello. This is her birthday. Winning both games on this day. We need to just quickly look at the games, how it went. Many moves played very quickly. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c5, bishop c4, bishop c5, castles, d6, d3, stopping a pin, knight comes out, knight c3. So these youngsters are playing very well actually. Very good play by both players. That pawn sacrifice, oh, she didn't pick. Really, she really should have picked, because that becomes very hard. Really, how did she recover? Whoa, that was pretty. Yeah, that was not good. That was definitely not good. Okay, so it's a checkmate there. But so we'll have a chance to review this game at home. But for sure she was afraid to pick, because she thought maybe checkmates are going to happen, and that makes a lot of sense. And this very good move, and you have to start running away. Okay, the bishop picks was better, and that would have been checkmate actually. If bishop picked here, this would have been checkmate, because yeah, if you play here, this is checkmate. Good job, Sunshine. Ariella Telly is here. Tello, how are you?
I'm good. I was playing and I took, but I won. I was completely losing at first. Then I saw, why did I miss this queen trap? Why? Then I just found a trap. Then my results started tearing. The time that I'm seeing my results starting to tear, I'm like, what? Why is Mozart tearing? Then I figured out it's a trap. The time that I picked the queen, she just completely started playing bad moves. And then they captured my bishop. I ignored that, and then I picked that pawn, threatening checkmate. They can't capture because it's a pin. If they capture the rook, I play checkmate. Then she just blundered her checkmate. I think she knew why she did that. I know she knows how to stop it, but she was so frustrated that she couldn't hold.
Yeah, because we were looking at this game. Maybe we can analyze the game with you and see what we are thinking. You're playing black. Good job. Let's see if we can turn it around. I think we can, but I don't know how to do it.
My black white.
You're black. Okay, so here, what's the purpose of this move?
Stopping them from coming here, then I might have to play something.
Bishop g5, right? So stopping bishop g5, so good move. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. Now, you didn't pick this pawn. What is the reason?
Because if I pick them, they have some danger.
So if you pick, then they pick and there's some danger. Okay, but
I know what that about. It isn't an actual danger.
Okay.
But the thing is, I'm not comfortable with my king open.
That's very
Then
good.
I had to just hold it in my mind like, I'm completely lost.
Now, did you see?
What did I do?
What did you feel in this position?
In this position, I felt terrible.
Why?
Because I just figured out Mazari is a pawn. I've always been beating Mazari every time I play against her. Mazari is strong. Yes, I can agree with that. It was just terrible.
Yeah, so then you came here, Moselle came here, which is definitely winning. Then you played here. Did you realize you can checkmate you in 2 moves? By picking this check?
Yeah.
If you come here,
Then she picks.
check, and wherever you go, it's checkmate. And if you come here, this is checkmate.
I was like, oh, why did I play this then? And the next one was like,
So how did you feel when instead she played here? She picked with the queen,
I felt happy.
and then she played that move, giving you some room to survive.
In this position, Mazari completely losing.
You know this knight? No, she's not losing. You are losing.
No! I thought I'm the one that's winning, but she's the one that's.
Yeah, because you see this knight bishop can be picked, and you have to pick with your queen. You're losing a piece back, right?
Yeah, then she just split.
So she didn't see that, and then you attack the queen.
Yeah.
See where the queen went? Do you have an idea what you played in this position?
Yeah. And attacks the queen again.
Yes, and here is just a free queen. Yeah, she's running away, guys. You cannot see her. Just a free queen. She's run away. She's gone. She's not coming back after seeing that she's lost that queen. But yeah, anyway, good job, Ariela Tello. That's my daughter. And Tello. So today is 24th of May. Come, Tello. 24th of May. What's happening on this day?
It's my birthday.
Congratulations, Tello. Happy birthday. And we thank God for your
And it's
win.
the best day of my life because I won both games and I'm going to stay on the top both tomorrow.
All the best, sunshine. All the best. Good luck.
When am I going to play Malimugo next round?
You will see how it is. Okay, bye.
Malimugo.
Bye, Tello. And all the best. So, how did you feel when this position arose? Okay, so that's Ariela Tello's game. My daughter, she's won her game. Of course, I'm glad I wasn't watching. I'd have been thoroughly scared when I saw that checkmate coming up. But the opponent gave her the chance, and she's quite fine. So let's go back and look at a couple of games. I think the game we're looking at, I don't know which board it is. Everything is okay. Daktari, Tello is in trouble. Victor Mutungi says this. Yes, she was. Yeah, but the position has worked out well. She's yeah. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. So that's over. We are happy with that. And then another game that is over. This is Kipkalia Jeremy versus Suje Jora from South Africa. D4, E6, C4 knight F6. Yeah, so this is the Queen's Indian. Very nice. And yeah, quite professional the way these children are playing. I'm surprised that this has ended. Again, must be a technicality. We'll confirm from the arbiters what's going on. Winnie Kaburo versus Clyde Natali. We don't have any moves from this board. Okay. Osundwa Ihabi versus Jamie Obora. Why this name sounds familiar? I think it's because I've played recently Osundwa Ihabi in the Kiambu Open 2020. Kiambu Open 2025. That's 2 weekends ago. And this was Karokan. Yes, best line by Jamie Obora. This is the most testing line against the Karokan, and this guy knows what he's doing. And in this position, after B4, Um, let's just say that black is in a lot of trouble. Black is in a lot of trouble in this position, and it's just quite something to see how far these guys have come. Is that the best move? It is the best move. So Jamie knows what he's doing against a Karokan. The pan of Botvinnik attack, this is what this system is called, where against a Karokan, you after d5, you pick and play c4. One of the most significant lines against the Karokan is not recommended to pick this way, because you bring out this bishop in one move. Yes, you have an isolated queen's pawn, an IQP, but this IQP is providing a lot of advantages to white, the attacking side, and white has an extra move, meaning the attack is easier. So this is the current position in this game, and we'll keep track of that. We have Mwanje Ketan Miki from Uganda playing against Sauti Joshua Lisuku, and in this position, this game we have e4, e5, e4, c5, sorry, Sicilian, then the Alapin, and one of the best moves against the Alapin, yes, that is d5. Another move is knight f6, and a move that is common, not often, not to be recommended easily, is the move g6. The idea being after d4 takes, and then d5 is played. This is a fairly complex line you want to pay attention to. The most important thing is play the lines you understand and know. Anyway, d5 is played, and I don't think this move is correct. e5 is already a mistake. So if you play the Alapin Sicilian and d5 is played, please know. And again, it comes down to the coaches. I think we are not doing our children a favor when we deny them the chance to learn opening lines, because this is move number 3 actually, and this move should be automatic if you're playing this line as white. Nonetheless, this was played, and one of the big reasons actually, let me show you. Let's play natural moves, see what's going to happen. Let's play what's going on. Can't get this move. Okay, bishop there, get your pieces out. Let's play natural moves here. Knight out, natural move here, and look at that possibility. And you literally can't develop easily. Knight can't come out, the bishop falls, so castle, and just like that you lose a piece. So let's try and defend that pawn, lose a pawn on e3. So let's defend this pawn. Now takes, take back, check, let's bring out our knight, and what a move. You can't take this bishop because it's false, and that pawn is under attack. So defending like this doesn't quite work because the bishop is taken, and this falls, and you lose the game altogether. So very simple ideas. You really want to know what to do in these kinds of structures. So again, I would say that black has the better of this, although they had other better lines to try, but they have the better of this position. Kyle Kuka versus Adiel Kiporir. Kiporir Adiel versus Kyle Kuka. Again, I want to encourage the children to take their time. They're playing a bit fast. This is a London system. Yeah, and that's the best move. I think queen to c1 is not accurate. Probably what could happen in this line is something like this. And then this is a move. And you don't want to pick here, because then this becomes sort of a battering ram. Let me show you what I mean. This pawn can come down and become a battering ram against your pawn on c3, making it a weakness. Very interesting line, however, is after this. Queen comes down, and you don't want to play this move, which looks like a good move first, because the reason is you feel that this queen is defending the b2 square. If this b2 square falls, then of course this rook falls, the queen here is attacking that square, you can see. So this looks very clever, but it's a mistake, because when you take here, there's this move sacrificing the rook, because now white play queen to b5, defending the knight and threatening this square. And you can't bring a rook to defend that pawn because there's a bishop already defending there. And your knight can't even pick back because the knight is pinned. That's just being a piece down. However, under this position, black can castle, but after castling, this queen will have to give itself up for the second rook. So study your lines, guys. It really helps you in chess. So that's not what happened. They played knight to c1, very professionally done here, attacking the very powerful bishop. Now this is not a good move because it's not clear how that bishop is going to come out of the prison. That bishop is trapped, just like that. Yeah, not a good position at all. Not a good position at all for white. The center control for black is much better, and piece coordination, piece activity for black is much better. There's a very nice knight on e4, knight outpost. Yeah, this is where we are, and any moment now a sack can happen here. You have these two bishops facing the queen side, the king side. So really these kinds of attacks can become pretty difficult to deal with. There's a knight coming in here as well, so I'm not sure you can. In fact, I think that in this position, if you play a random move like this, then the sacrifice happens, and I don't think capturing is possible. Normally the defense to that move would be something like this, but in this instance it doesn't work because you open for this bishop, and even this doesn't work because you can pick on passant, knight can't pick back because you have a check, king to the side, and this is a checkmate threat that is very hard to stop. Great, so we are now following that Skel Kuka versus Adil Kiporir, Jason Zawadi versus Schwartz Michael. Let's see how this one is going. Oh, I like this plan. Schwartz has played a line that I generally have taught watch. So in this instance, the pin has happened, okay, and then d6. The next move that white is going to play is a serious blunder. Okay, not that's still fine. That is okay. But now, oh, they haven't castled. Okay. Now, but castling here is not acceptable. Castling on that square doesn't look like it's something that works because there's a serious attack that can be built. And what white is gonna do is they can play the knight to this square. Sorry. Knight there, then this move is possible, then this other knight can come in, then one of the knights is going to land here, queen up. Now sounds very simple, but these are really the kinds of plans that are going to work. Then this other rook will come to this square, and you can already see all of black's forces are attacking the white king. This bishop doesn't need any improvement as such, it's already doing a very decent job attacking here. So in this situation, you can imagine how difficult a position is going to be for white to defend. But let's see. Jason Zawadi is not a weak player as well. We'll see how it goes. We have Simiyu Jedon versus Hitansh Jega of Kenya. Simiyu Jedon very strong, Hitash very strong. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, bishop C4, bishop C5, C3, and we have the standard Italian game. This is the main line. Castles, then d6, again to stop these ideas of b4, and then threatening also to continue with f5, trapping your bishop. So very nice move. Again, those ideas are still coming. Asicc stops it anyway. And now what a nice maneuver. You're ready to break in the center. You do so with d4 opening for your pieces, and every move brings a piece forward. So white is playing quite well. Black's position is not bad, but again, as you can see, what is being proposed, I'll turn off this engine, by the way, is this move. Big threat. The threat is positional. Let's say you play a random move. Let's pick one here. Then I just pick your knight, and your king side is completely broken. This would have to be completely losing for black. So we are waiting for Simu to decide what to play in that position. Another important game is Dante Milando Allo versus Wabure Ronald from Uganda. And Dante, let's see how the game has gone from the beginning. From the top, take it from the top. And thank you, sir. There is also for Hera and mine. Thank you, sir. E4, E5, knight F3, D6. My main recommendation here is to play D4, this is a Filido, but Dante hopefully knows what he's doing by playing knight F3, bishop E7. I don't recommend the Filido, by the way. So I lost to it against a grandmaster in Kenya Open, but I think I misplayed the resulting position. The Filido is not. I don't recommend it, basically. Exciting position though. This knight jumps in, takes a bishop back. Yeah, now gets a very nice central break. Oh, the counter break. Right, let's see. Yeah, and that loses a pawn. Oh no, whoa. These guys are playing some good chess. I thought that when you pick here, you're attacking the knight, but in fact, when this is picked, now you're attacking the queen. Not only that, the way to take back this pawn is this way. So this position will be much better for white. So very nice tactical move by white to play like this, and that's exactly what has happened. Okay, yeah, so there's this move at the end that actually wins material. Interesting. Okay, so oh wow, all right, and this is just conversion, so I missed this. So this is a very nice, interesting tactical line. Yes, you're attacking the queen here, but the queen can move to c5. Now there's a principle in chess, you know, that black is better developed for sure, better structure, and here better center control. So it's very unlikely chess-wise that white can get away with a move like this. Black has the safer king, white's king is not as safe, and so this kind of skirmish is not something that would generally go well. Yes, you may not have the luxury to go into this. And now trading off pieces when you're ahead, very simple, easy chess, and one more pawn has been given. This is the end of this. This is over, and it's moving on very fast actually, but this is over. There's really no hope. Knight versus pawns, this one resignation will happen very quickly. So let's see whether we have more boards to show you. I think I have, yes, I do have a few more boards. Ronald, no, actually I don't. I think we've gone through everything, and it seems as if Kagambi Angel has also won her game. This is yes, this game, maybe there's an error in transmission that showed that Gikandi Banis had won. Let's see how the game has gone. We've not seen it. E4 c5. Alternatively, let's see Angel Kagambi's game. We saw this some time back. I think we left it at, yes, we were not happy about some of the moves that black had played, and we left it at this level where we said that a piece is gonna fall, and a piece did fall, trading off the queen because you're ahead, rich man's rules, bringing your pieces into the attack. So here more pieces are being, more pawns are being lost, and this is definitely not a good position. Rook to the 7th rank, attacking the bishop. Yeah. Attempting further moves. Now we can say that here now, up to this moment, white was putting some resistance, but right now they just lose an extra rook because you can't take, it's a check, you can't take the rook, and when you take the knight, your rook is falling, and that was resigns. So Zuri Kaloki has also won against Angel Mercy, and I think we saw something wrong with the choice of moves earlier. I think, no, we were quite happy with the line she played. We felt it was quite okay. But then she gave up the bishop, which wasn't fully approved. And after this move, queen takes. And here you had to find this move to avoid losing a piece. That's a hard move to find, and I think that's not what was found. Instead, yeah, and you can't really move your queen away because of checkmate. Takes the queen, rook comes, checkmate. So very nice professional games there by Kaloki Zuri. Straightforward, brutal tactics. Also, you may wonder why in this position you can't just run away here. Of course, it's because of this. Actually, even better, nice move. Look at that move. Because you can't take, if you take the queen, this is checkmate in 2. And right now, this queen is just an important defender. All right. So, well done, Zuri. Yvonne Mwashe versus Bwalia. I think only 2 moves have happened, and the game has gone exactly as we predicted. Luke taking advantage of some of the moves by Yvonne. Oh, but I would have played instead of bishop knight, so that at least 2 things. This doesn't come with tempo. Okay, and secondly, when this is played, you have to give up your bishop for my knight. I'll have a bishop pair and I'll have the square. So this is definitely the way to go, because you do have to take it. This guy takes, and the bishop is safe. You have a bishop pair. This bishop is strong. It has a future, and there are moves that are possible, including, look at the c2 square. So have a bishop is not recommended. Oh, that's a serious blunder, serious mistake by white, because now this is a fork attacking the 2 rooks, and once again you have no option but to give out your bishop for the knight, giving black a second chance at the right move. All right, Asaba Juliet versus Annabelle Makanga. We felt that white had gotten a free pawn, which they got a chance to solidify, and we blamed that on the opening play. And the second problem here is this move, c5. It's attacking a knight. If we leave the knight, then black is equalizing. Black is equal or even better. Let's say we play a move like castle here, then you just take the knight, and you're even better actually, because this other pawn is going to fall. But if perchance after c5 white moves the knight, say, to a square like b5, then this move that has just been played, we'd wish we take it back, because it creates weaknesses, not strengths. And that's virtually what happened. Ooh, that was a bad one. It's a blunder of bishop. Okay, so this one looks like it's over. Yeah, after that blunder, then there is no further item to discuss, just a piece down. Yeah, and more trades. If the knight doesn't trade, it has to go to d7 to ensure you don't lose this pawn on b6. So that game will end soon. Suhail Anivyadav versus Atara Wright. Atara Wright is white. Again, there's something we didn't like about Atara's position. Yes, it was that she had weakened the light squares by playing this move e3, then also g3, creating weaknesses. This bishop is defending those diagonals. You can only defend one of them. In this instance, it played to the long diagonal, but that meant these other diagonals are weak. Yeah, not a very good idea. Yeah, so one of the challenges Suhana will learn is you want to reserve these attacks when you castle. Oh, and that was a missed. Why was that not played? I don't understand. It's a straightforward check. Okay, simple defense. It doesn't look so obvious anymore. Okay, I understand. Now they can play it, I think. No, they can't. All right. Interesting. Tello already won her game. Kaburo Winnie versus Clyde Natalia. We don't have the moves yet. Kipkalia Jeremy versus Sujay Jora of South Africa. This was an exchange Queen's Gambit decline. And still early. Jamie Obora versus Osundo Ihabi. And I said I played Osundo Ihabi recently. He played very well. This looks like has fireworks. But today he's played the Karokan. And it's not going well for him at all. So, yeah. That was hoping for the center fork trick. The problem with that is there's an in-between move. If you play back, the bishop undevelops. And suddenly, black is still struggling to get moves. Let's try this. And that's a fork actually that was coming all along. So it's kind of hard to see what white can do here, black can do here. Okay, c6 was the last move. Let's see. Sauti Joshua versus Mwanje Kathan Miki. Mwanje Kathan Miki is from Uganda, our neighbors across the pond. That pond being, I believe, the second biggest freshwater lake in the world, Lake Victoria. And Sauti Joshua Isuku from Zambia, rated 1930. Mwanje Miki Nathan rated 1588. It was a French defense, and we gave our comment about how this French had been played. French advance. No, this was not a French. This was the Alapin Sicilian. Yes, and it has taken on a French structure, and you really don't want to Yeah, this is a pretty tricky position that we are seeing now. This knight wants to come to b3, that's going to be a fork, attacking both this queen and that rook. So the late Jeremy Silman said you want to identify which side of the board you're going to play on, and that's the side where you have an advantage or you have the ability to create an advantage. So in this instance, white, what are some of these advantages? Space, weakness, more forces in that area, because you'll win when you have some distinct advantages on one side of the board. But in this instance, what we are seeing is black should play on the queen side. They have a half open, they have an open file actually, more pieces on the queen side. Their bishops are pointing on this side, for example. So this is where you should play, and white should play on the king side. See, because that's where they have more space. That's where some of the pieces are pointing, except this bishop. So it's easy to see what black is going to do next. They have options: knight b3, knight c4. There are moves like queen protecting the b5 pawn, or you can even play b4 altogether. All those are possibilities that can be played straight off the bat. But for white, it's not so easy. They have f4 they have to play. They have to play maybe g4 and push the pawn further. And I'm not sure how easy those kinds of tactics, those kinds of moves are, because of your king that's castled on the same king side, and moving those pawns can leave your king weak. So I'll take a small break, guys. We'll come back in a few. We'll leave you with which board is this? This is Jamie Obora. It's a bit dark, so we need to make some adjustments. We'll do that.
Songa hata isonge kabisa, hata wiki isonge. Siko sure. I think ni kama hiyo. Hiyo TV inafanya huko. Anaweza pea Dennis. Sawa.
Okay.
Now I'm coordinating news. I'm sending footage to the civil station. But I've already done that. That's why I wanted to stay here during the lunch break.
Good. I'm sure you heard that. That is Melino Isaac. He has TV grade footage. He's taking a spin. Yeah, but that is quite useful as well. So we have. Please share this link out with other people who may not have it. We have players coming out of other countries as well. We have Botswana, Malawi, South Africa, Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, quite a number of countries. So do share this link with them as well. We'll do our best to ensure that we can show players from all the top boards, all the top players who would be on the digital boards. We'll do our best to make sure we can show them. This is something we intend to do through and through. So let us know in the comment section. Of course, your names would appear in the chat. Do comment on chat as well, and we are able to pick up that as we progress. So a number of games have actually ended already. So allow me to just double check the audio. Comment on chat as well, and we are able to pick up that as we progress. So a number of games have actually ended. So this is the Africa Schools Individual Chess Championship, and this is taking place in Kenya, Mombasa, the city by the Indian Ocean, and it has been, actually it is a fantastic event taking place at the seaside chess seaside. I'm sharing the link out. If you access the link through our YouTube channels, then well, our WhatsApp pages, social pages, please share it out with participants from other countries also, because this event is not just Kenyan, it involves quite a number of countries as well. There is Zimbabwe, there is Zambia, there is Namibia, there is Uganda, Kenya, the host nation. We have the Republic of South Africa. I'm not sure whether I've spoken about Botswana, and Zimbabwe for sure I have. Then, yeah, all these countries are participating in a total of 11 countries taking part in the Africa Schools Individual Chess Championship 2025 at the beautiful Pride Inn Paradise 5-star hotel in Shanzu, Mombasa. Now we'll take some time to run through the different games. We see if there is any possibility whatsoever that we can. Sorry, how much is that screen?
It was 23. Feel well. You can monitor for the camera instead of using the normal screen.
Yeah. So this event is. We'll look at a couple of games actually. Let's go around, look at some games. I think some games are done. We already saw. This is Gikandi Bani Swampoi versus Rutendo Huende from Mozambique. Is it Mozambique or is Rutendo is from which country? Zimbabwe, actually, from Zimbabwe. This is Rutendo is from Zimbabwe, I believe. And we left this a couple of moves ago, actually quite early. We didn't look at the whole game. No, we didn't actually miss the whole game actually. This was a close Sicilian that was played here. Good choice. Although the close Sicilian is a line where really as black you need to know exactly what to do. Maybe I'll share with you from this line what the possibilities are. I think Bunny's played fairly okay. Wow, I'm seeing a recommended pawn rook sacrifice here. So let's see. A tactic was missed. I'm seeing that from the engine, not my own thinking. That in this position this is possible. Interesting. Queen takes. Rook comes in, attacking the queen. All right. Let's bring the queen nearby. That's fine. Take back. Oh, the knight here attacking this pawn, and it's very hard to defend. All right. Let's bring up the. Add an attacker here. This is a check. Check again. And bring up the knight to attack. Okay, it's not the easiest conversation in the world, like what's going on here. It is not the easiest conversation, but this rook, two knights and a queen, it seems as if a black would be in trouble. It's not an easy one. Those are computer lines, so probably not play like that at any one time. So instead, what happened was knight beat h3, attacking the queen, trading off the bishops. Look at this bishop. Doesn't look like he's very happy at all. And this move closes it off altogether. But now it's going to have a bit of a breather through this diagonal. Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. Yeah, and it's now quite a living bishop. It has a bit more life. And this trade is a fairly solid one. I think what it does, it moves into a drawn endgame. I don't see how anybody intends to win here. But this is an endgame. Endgames look easy until they are not. So it's very important for everyone to pay attention and see how this plays on. We already saw Kagambi Angel winning against Agnes Moai, and we had Kaloki Zuri as black winning against Angel Mercy. Yvonne Mwashe is black against Bwalia Margaret, and this was a French advance. In this French advance, we didn't approve of what white had done, but then we felt that again for the second opportunity, black had the chance of taking a bishop for the knight, but they didn't do it. So I think now that gives white a chance to equalize, which I think they are duly doing, because the knight is coming to this square and then to this square, and suddenly the danger has passed for white. White is perfectly fine, and actually even possibly a little bit better, because now he can start his own attack at the right time. And this file can be plugged by putting a knight on the c5 square. So we'll see how that goes. Asaba Juliet has won against Makanga Annabelle. There's something Makanga didn't approve of course. So let's see. They lost a piece actually very early on. This here is a piece loss. Yeah, and it comes down to pawn to opening knowledge, but I'm not sure what the issue is. A very nice tactic. The plan is very simple. The one to queen, wherever you play actually, and then the knight comes and takes the rook. So this is what was played. They made a queen, rook takes, but you don't even take back, you bring the knight out first, check. Then when the king moves, you can't move down, goodness gracious, because this is checkmate. Instead you must move up, and when you move up, of course, you're losing a whole rook for free. There are a rook and a knight down, and you can resign. Maybe better is to just play rook to e8 and allow for checkmate, so that the suffering is over. And indeed that is what happened. So, Atara right, I see she's down to 36 minutes, so says Suhela Nivia Dav, and we saw this line. What I like least about white's position is the pawn structure, and that pawn structure is not ideal, but she is holding on. It's a balanced position. I do find these weaknesses to be too much, so anyway, we'll wait and see. Ariella Tello already won against Moselle Momanyi, and then Klein Natalia is playing against Winnie Kaburo. We have Sujay Jora versus Kipkalia Jeremy. This is another game that we need to pay attention to. And very early on, it hasn't moved much. And then Osundo Ihabi versus Jamie Bora Kanago. And Jamie has really put Osundo under pressure. He's thought for quite some time now. Hasn't found a move. This is why everyone was hovering over the board just to see what's happening. Osundo is very strong, that much I can tell you. I don't know whether I can remember the game I played against him. See how that worked. Actually, yes, I think I can remember something. If I can go back all the way, it was an e4, c5. I think he played, I'm black, he played c3. He had a very nice sacrifice at some point. G6. I picked back. I brought my bishop out. No, I played there first. D4, must play. And he pushed his pawn. I brought out my knight. I think he brought out the knight. Bishop here. Bishop out. And I think I played this move. Ask the officials here. Okay, all the best. Have you, wait, but you're not playing under 15, boys? All right, what is your school? Come on, are you playing chess? Okay, come and tell us a bit about, have you played your games? How many points do you have? You have, okay. What's your name, please?
Huh?
What's your name?
Nema.
Nema, what category are you playing?
Under 7.
Under 7?
Yeah.
And how old are you, Nema?
7.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. And how is your chess tournament going? You've won one game?
Yeah.
Do you like chess?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a very clear, yeah. What's your name?
My name is Asicc.
Sorry?
My name is Asicc.
Ella Riziki. Ella, how many points do you have?
2.
2 out of 3?
Yes.
Very good. How is the tournament going for you? You like that?
Yes.
Do you like chess?
Yes.
Okay. Emphatic cases from the two wonderful ladies. All the best, and all the best finding your schoolmate. So that's a couple of our participants giving a report. And we have more games to look at. The games we are looking at right now are these games. This is Simiyu Jedon playing against Shah Hitanshi Jega. Simiyu Jedon is pretty strong. So this is a game we really want to look at. Again, the standard lines of the Italian. So actually he played this move. This is where we left it, bishop d4. Shah is too strong to allow the breaking of the pawns. And then now e5 opening more lines. White is castled. So this is the time to start closing in on material and items. Yeah, so. Oh, and this was a mistake actually. So this was just a straight up blunder, because by playing this move now the bishop has no escape, and surprisingly this move wins a piece. That must have been painful. And suddenly black is a piece down, and they don't have activity to support or compensate. So this is not going to end well. We don't think that Simiyu is going to give it up. Let's look at Ronald. I think this is a game we saw earlier. He won a piece very early on through a very nice tactic. And yeah, this one is not. We left it here. A very professional. There is no need to complicate anything. This is just winning. Take that pawn, take another pawn, and even if you removed 2 of these pawns, this one and this one, I think black is still winning. In fact, even if you remove 3 pawns including this one, black is still winning. This is how professional it would be. I think that is the case, is it? No, here maybe I'm overdoing it, because the king may pick this and catch up with the pawn before. So actually I think if you remove these 2 pawns, let's just see what happens. I'm going to play some very bad moves to allow for that to happen, just to see. Yeah, we'll try and make the same position. Yeah. Sorry, I could go to board setup, but I don't want to do that. I hope I get the position right. Yeah, so you can see the fluctuating bar. Okay, here, and I think that position. So here, yes, unfortunately black is still winning. Yeah, yes, very simple. You don't need all those pawns. Can you imagine all that you've done? Yeah, and the king is too far. Now you have to make a decision. Of course you can't catch this guy, and you still can't catch this one either. The one move. Okay, so this is how winning Ronald was. Sorry, I was trying to confirm that the position was correct, that this was still winning regardless in this position, and it is. All right, so let's look at Kyle Cooker's game. Kyle is a piece up. I don't know how that happened. Or did we see this sometime? Let's see. Yeah, we left it at a place like this when we felt that black had all the space, so white didn't have the space. And pawn sacrifices, I mean bishop sacrifices are possible. Yeah, and breakthrough in the center. Takes a bishop. Are we a piece down from a long time ago? I'm not sure. What's going on here? Pieces at 3-3. Minor pieces. I'm missing where the piece is disappearing. They've given up a piece. Oh, they didn't take back the piece. Okay, so they lost a piece there. All right. So this is also completely lost. Kyle is winning. There's really no defense here. Very nice move. You can't move away because I can just pick here. You pick back and I push the pawn. You can't approach my pawn here or here. Those squares are covered and I'm winning next move. Yeah, so this is really one game for Kyle. Schwartz Michael, we've seen this young man a couple of times. He's been quite confident in his play. Let's see how it's going. So I'm not very confident about his play, but he has a piece. Oh, he has a piece actually, which the opponent hung here. So this move is attacking this bishop, but the opponent has to see it because it's not defended. It looks like it's defended, but it's not, because this bishop is pinning that pawn. So just like that, he lost the piece. And even here, there's a redeeming move, which is this. If you take with the pawn, you can pick here first, because this discovery doesn't have an impact. That was missed. Yeah, so when you blunder something, keep looking to see if there's something better you can play. There we go. Unpleasant kind of position. Good choice not to exchange queens, but black is winning here. Black is cruising. This we have seen. And we're expecting a win for Simiyu Jedon. So I think those are the main boards. Those 15 boards, those are the main boards we're looking at. And we'll keep assessing to see what's happening. Oh, sorry, you cannot see the board actually. Thank you, Masi Wanjiku saying awesome job. Really appreciate that kind of comment. Yes. Means that what we're doing is not in vain. And there we are seeing Jedon Simiyu versus Jekasha and Schwartz on the next board. So yeah, see how that progresses. My other daughter Ariane Hera is playing Shukri Shakira, and the 15 girls on 3, they're playing on board 5. Shukri is white, Hera is black.
This is mine. Sorry.
Oh, and I'm seeing a message here from Dr. Mark Nganga, consultant ophthalmologist. He's saying that his son is here with us, guys. He came to say hi. He says, I don't quite remember this conversation. Anyway, I'm trying to convince Ronald Bondo one of the key arbiters in Kenya and a very strong player in his own right, to help us the commentary for some time.
Hello.
Come in, Ronald. We have been waiting for you. How are you? Gilbert, how are you, sir?
Sema.
Very fine, thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, we are not able to see you, but please come and tell us something about this event, because this is Mr. Gilbert Wandera, treasurer of Chess Kenya. He's one of the key guys behind this event. Ms. Wandera, how are you, sir?
I'm
Good to have you joining us.
Thank you very much.
So, Wandera, this is an event that's putting together a couple of players from different countries. How many countries are participating?
So far we have 11 countries. That makes it one of the most well-attended tournaments in recent times,
Okay.
with more than 900 players taking part. Actually, if you look at each and every category, we have at least 4 countries, which again, it makes it eligible for rating. So it has all the ingredients of a great tournament. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we are in the Pride Inn Hotel in Shanzu.
Yes.
This is a 5-star hotel.
Yes.
Who does that? The children are being hosted here.
Yes.
How do you host this number of children in an event like this?
We wanted to give them, actually, when you look at this place, Pride Inn Convention Center, it's well known for hosting huge and very prestigious tournaments. So we just wanted to give the players the same experience.
But Gilbert, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, and that's why we really want to say we are grateful to the government, the Ministry of Sports, because they've taken a huge part of the burden from us. And so we are really, really grateful, and I can say this because we have a good relationship with the ministry. We do things well, and when they give us money, we always make sure we account for it well. So when we go back, they're able to look at our requests, and I'm so grateful that they've come through to support us for this. So we said, once they come in, let's bring all the players. One of the unique things about this is that we've brought a lot of players from the grassroots. Players who've probably never have come to the big cities, and this is the first time they're doing that. So we just wanted them to feel the impact and the effect of the tournament.
Gilbert, your office is supporting close to 90 people in this event?
Correct. Actually, those are players only.
Those are players only.
When you put the accompanying persons, comes about 150 to 200.
You are sponsoring 150 people.
Yes.
And a lot of these players are getting allowances.
Exactly.
They're being put up in a 5-star restaurant.
Correct.
It's important to note that chess is very well run.
Yes.
I think over the last couple of years, we've
Yes.
made a lot of progress.
Yes.
The qualifiers for this event,
Yes.
how many players were participating?
We had more than 7,000 players. Again, that was a big number. So it was really, really big. And one thing, also want to thank our parents. I mean, we've had a lot of support from parents and from schools. So that has also been, a good factor to ensure that, we are where we are and we don't take it for granted.
You are also a chess parent.
Yes.
Your daughter
Yes.
Titi
Yes.
is one who brought you to chess in the first place.
Yes,
I've not seen
exactly.
Titi for the longest time.
Titi, she played, she won what she did, and now she's caught up with school, so she's not able to give us much time. But I'm grateful because she got what she wanted from it. Not everybody becomes a GM or plays competitively to the end. There's always something that you get out of it.
How old is
And so I'm
Titi now?
grateful. She's 21 now.
21?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So,
She's 21 now. Yes.
all right. Okay.
Yes.
And what is she studying?
She's studying computer science at USIU.
Okay.
She's actually in her 3rd year now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ms. Wandera, I think we just want to appreciate you on behalf of chess parents and the
Thank
chess
you.
community.
Thank you.
I've been in chess for many years.
Yes.
The growth chess has proves that with a well-run office,
Yes.
things can work.
Correct.
I think the government would be interested in knowing that, in fact, the chess players feel
Yes.
that chess is well run.
Correct.
I think this is something that everyone who has
Yes.
a mind can see. And,
Correct.
we are grateful for that. I'm not just saying that, in Africa,
Yeah.
there's this thing of singing the praises of the
Yes.
people.
Yes.
But in Kenya, the reason is, if you hear 7,000 children are playing chess, we have 90 children sponsored. Many of them are actually almost all of them are getting an allowance of some sort.
Yes.
They are in a 5-star hotel playing
Yes.
chess.
Yes.
The officials could easily have
Yeah.
pocketed half the money.
Exactly. Gone on
Put in
holiday.
put on
Yeah.
a 2-star hotel somewhere.
Yes.
Put is a 0-star hotel
Yes,
somewhere.
yes.
And called, fundraise. But because of this chess is
Yeah,
growing,
yes.
in the world, better be careful.
Amen.
My 2 daughters are playing.
Yes.
But asanteni sana, we're looking forward to this
Karibu.
event.
Okay.
Coming to a fruitful conclusion.
Thank you.
Asante sana, sir.
Okay.
That's Gilbert Wandera, Treasurer Chess Kenya. And this particular Chess Kenya office is not always like this. In many federations, many sports, many Chess Kenya offices, life has been a bit tough. But we are glad for this office because progress has been made. We have seen chess grow. The qualifiers for this event, 7,000 children are playing chess. And the 7,000 children would have the 7,000 children, there would have been more, but there's a cutoff yet to qualify for that event. So the 7,000 are just the children who qualified. Can you believe it? Those are just the children who qualified. Anyway, we are looking at this game. I have to take a break because I'm seeing a parent is reaching out to me. There's a parent who's texted me telling me that their daughter is not feeling well. So I need to just take a break, guys. I'll leave you looking at the game. Jadon Simiyu versus Shah Hitansh Jiga. Jiga, I'm not sure how to read this correctly. Jadon is up. So, yeah. Hello. Fine, thank you. Yes, please, yes. Dennis. Wewe. Cheki. So I'm back, guys. I can see further comments from Kung Fu Kimzi. Hopefully Kenya starts getting IMs and DMs in the near future. Well, I want to pray this is beyond hope. This is definitely happening. There are quite a number of children who are coming up right now, and they are going to show fire in their respective places. You can see the game, I think, between shots, that game is ended. The game that's on our board right now is Jadon Simiyu versus Jega. Sure, let's have a look at it. Let's, what's the position like? This is what we are looking at now. The time situation, I think it is, what is that time situation? We are looking at 57 versus 34 minutes. White is a piece up. Yeah, this is not happening. Yeah, this is pretty. Now I can see one player has come out. The player who has come out is Jamie Kanango Bora. His game drew a lot of attention. I hope I can convince him to come and join us very soon. Jamie is one of the well-known players in Kenya. I played him once. To be honest, I was losing, but I think my name was enabled me to win and get away with that. So I hope I'll get him here any moment. Jamie, if you could join us, please. Yeah, I think he's coming. Thank you, Jamie. Sorry we don't have video, but we can hear you. How are you?
I'm good.
How was your game?
My game was interesting. Yeah.
Is this the last position from your game?
No, it's not.
It's not, eh? What happened? I've played both Jimmy Bora and his opponent, Osundo Ihabi. Osundo is a player I played actually very recently, about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, Kiambu Open, and I thought he's a fairly strong player.
That is.
But your games went smoother than mine. Okay, so you played the pan of Botvinnik.
Yeah, play pan of Botvinnik.
Why?
It seems like for me it's the most aggressive opening I could find against the Karokan, and I like how it's kind of open and gives both sides possibilities.
Yeah, I think Karokan players must hate it, but Kenyans, we don't study this one. Inspired, if you prepare for my fantasy, also prepare for the pan of Botvinnik. I used to play this a long time ago, and I'll probably start playing it again. It's what I used to play against the Karokan. I'll probably pick it up. Back in the day, in the university days, before I digress. So I'm assuming all this is theory. So this is a very interesting move. C5.
C5.
Is it theory?
Not in this line, but it's an idea that's usually recommended if you want to put the bishop in E7 and in active square.
You want to put this bishop, make this bishop inactive.
Yeah.
Well, normally the downside, of course, is that this move is possible at some point.
At some point.
Not here.
Yeah.
And also the alternative, what is this possible at any stage?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Did they have played this right away, or it doesn't work?
I feel like it still doesn't work because
this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. So because of knight F and A5. All right. So very nice move. I was very impressed by that move actually, because now after you get B4, then this is a long-term strategic advantage. White is just better.
Yeah.
So this is a standard pick.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. Why B-takes? This is the correct one, yes?
Yeah.
And not B-takes.
E5.
E5. Yeah.
E5.
Correct. Yeah.
Immediately taking the center.
Suddenly they get the super center, and life can become fairly miserable for White. Although White is still okay, but why give counterplay? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this position, what's your plan? Is this a good is playing for the center fork trick? What's your plan?
Okay, I think he blundered by taking on D4. Because I saw there's a way I could escape with both my pieces intact.
So let's say, for example, let's play bishop C8.
Bishop C8. Okay, so I chose to play C7, but I had thought of...
So that's what happened in the game?
Yeah.
That you thought of?
Okay, C7 was the main move I was thinking about. Now here, I had like 3 main moves. I think the only moves you can play: Queen D7, Queen E7, and Queen D6.
So they can...
And they can also take.
They can also take. And if they take?
Knight D...
Knight moves out.
Yeah.
And when the queen, let's say, goes anywhere, then your bishop can also escape. So very nice. So that's one option. So suppose they don't take, and they say play here.
Yeah. There the idea was bishop immediately.
Yeah, this bishop immediately, and you... Okay. So now then they have this move.
Okay.
And then again the knights.
Yeah. Then after queen takes 7, the idea is knight 6.
Knight.
The knight on C6. to take back. It's giving up a piece.
Oh, this one.
This is what I created though.
Understood. Very simple. So 2 pieces for a rook, if you must, but maybe you'll not even do that. Okay, but they can take this guy.
I can take him, but I felt more comfortable in such a position.
Sorry?
Like if he chose to take the knight on c3.
Okay, yeah, but this is...
Yeah.
Was there something better here? One moment, please. So, let's see. Okay, so the pin.
The pin.
And pin yourself.
After takes, I think. Yeah.
And then this is possible, is it not? Or you're losing the knight.
Wow.
Yeah, so knight goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is a bit too computerish.
Yeah, this will be hard to find.
Yeah, this is hard to find. So I think you played very nice, simple chess. Yeah, and it's quite surprising that you're able to figure this out quite early in the opening. Not in the opening, really, when after d4. So is this what happened? No. You picked, you played this. What did you play?
Yeah, I played knight.
Oh, they played here actually.
They took.
They played here.
But they took on c7.
They took on c7.
Yeah.
Then.
Knight b5. Then queen c6.
Queen c6.
Yeah. After.
Then.
Queen c6. I played knight. I played bishop g5. And at this moment, he chose to push d4.
Yeah, trying to attack one of the defenders, but there's another defender as well.
Yeah, so knight a2. A2.
Sorry, a2.
Yeah.
Why a2? Yeah, now you see the evaluation saying something crazy.
Yeah. Hey. Okay, so that is so f3 just ends it all, and I'm safe, kind of.
Sorry. That would be not the right move. The king sacrifice. So there's always this kind of move, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you pick here. So they pick here, and they're still fine. Because this is hanging, this is hanging.
Yeah.
Can defend both, okay? So sorry, this is hanging by this. When they take here, this is hanging and this is hanging. You can defend both the knight and the bishop, alright? So what's the move? This. So takes. Knight takes. And they're just chilling. They're a piece down, but they're just chilling. You can't do this, or the bishop is hanging. Okay, so let's save our bishop. Start with that.
Okay, for me this would have been very hard to see.
Yeah, I thought you can try this, but that's checkmate. Yeah, this is all tricky. Okay, so what happened?
I'm after knight a2.
They're going to kick themselves. They're not playing. So this knight a2.
Knight a2. Then for some he played a6.
A6, alright.
And for some weird reason, I played rook c1. And he went queen b7.
Yeah.
b7.
Or D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then just fork. He took my pawn on a3.
Really?
Yeah. Then
Pick the rook.
yeah. No, the one on e.
Oh, because you have the check. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Then he took my rook on c1.
You picked check.
Yeah. I picked check.
So you have a full piece now. Ready?
And he resigned.
Alright, so that's reasonable actually. Okay, so maximum points?
Yeah, so far.
What's the plan?
Plan is to win all of my games, basically. Yeah.
I think in the recent tournament, someone said either it's you or Paul Orlando. Who won?
Nationals.
Nationals.
Orlando won nationals.
But you felt that win was fake.
Okay, I wouldn't say it's fake. Paul is a good player and I respect him. But I just felt like it was unfair for us not to have met.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
So you're looking for the chance to meet to prove whoever. Okay, fair enough. So you heard it from him because someone said it. You said we'll hear it out from him. I'm asking you about this question, Jamie. Do you like chess?
Yeah, I love chess.
You love chess?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you played for?
Almost 7 years.
7. You're playing well at 7 years only?
No, I've played for almost 7 years.
You played for 7. That's what I'm saying. You're playing so well at only 7 years of chess. Good job.
Thank you.
All the best, young man. We're rooting for you, of course. Hoping for the best. Okay, rooting for the team in general. And wishing you guys excellent outcomes and all the success.
So, thank you.
Did it hurt when I won that game?
Back then, was that 2022?
Yeah, 2022.
2 KSB. I felt bad. It's so bad. Felt so bad.
Did you look back and see at some point you're better?
Yeah, you actually analyzed the game with me after.
Yes.
You called me and we checked the game out and you said I was better and I was like,
I was in a lot of pain in that position. I think you sort of felt Victor's gonna win anyway. So I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
Let me not speak. Actually, no, it's a good thing. When I'm playing, you just think I'm gonna win, so so I can get a few more years ahead. All the best, Jamie. Looking forward. Get some rest. Tomorrow is another day.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing.
So thank you so much.
You, That's Jamie Obora, playing under 17 now. Under 17, and one of the strongest players in Africa right now. So this is the Africa Championship. He's a top boards. He's won his last game, and going strong. Whoever wins this is the Africa champion. Nice rivalry there with Paul Orlando. He's also a very, very strong player. Let's wait and see what happens. Great, so Nikandi Banis has won again. Let's see how this has gone. Let's just be sure that we still have a game going on. Yes, we have a game going on. So there's Andy Dwafin saying, "Go Jay, you can do it." Andy Dwayne, sorry, "Go Jay, you can do it," not Dwafin. Sorry, Dwayne. I'm reading from a very small screen somewhere. Thank you. So who's Jay, by the way? Is this Jamie Kanago? Yeah, maybe that's Jay. Yeah, he can do it. Strong player, doing well. Won his third game. Quite important outcomes. All right. So I haven't seen my daughter Ariane Hera yet come to see me. That's quite significant. There's some anxiety for the parents as well. She has a very tough pairing this round, playing Shukri Shakira. Shukri Shakira is the national champion, and under 15 girls. Under 15 is cutthroat. Under 15 girls in Kenya is cutthroat. Tough players. You can play at a decent level, and still, everything comes out. So this is that's the pairing. So even as I wait for these games, I have some level of anxiety. So let's look at the games. This is Gitandi Bani Chondoni versus Rutendo Huende, and this has ended. We saw it quite some time back. It looked fairly equal. Oh, and that's quite an upset actually, because I felt this position was equal. After these trades, and it was equal. I think we left it. Maybe was it at this position? Yes, after the queens were traded. Quite dramatic. Okay. Yeah, these are fairly closed positions. So giving up this knight is not a good idea because you're attacking this pawn. But what you're not counting on is that this can be picked, okay? Still equal. Oh, but now this king wants to come in. Yes, and that's it. That's a problem. The difference is, let's play here. Okay. Yes, I know there's no entrance, but now, wow. Sorry, we are missing something. Okay, we're missing something. Microsoft Edge is not responding, but it will. I hope. Oh, it's not responding at all. Yeah, something is wrong with my machine. Yeah, maybe if it's a viral attack, please guys just have mercy on us. This is a really important championship we're looking at. Please spare us. Yeah, this is not responding. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Isaac, I don't know what's going on here. Things just opened up, closed, blah blah blah.
Machine has crashed.
Machine is crashed.
No, I think. What do you mean? What's wrong?
I don't have my window. This one is not working.
Oh, you are using. I don't use Microsoft.
Let's delete this one. Will you delete? Control Alt delete.
Want to open the task manager?
And close that window.
Want to open and then close and then
So we can close and reopen it.
I normally don't use this very much.
It is. But even Chrome is not responding.
Machine that
Guys, if you can hear us, we're on a first break because we cannot access our link. If you can hear us, we're on a first break because we can't access our link, but we're trying to resolve it as quickly as possible. As always, you know who's behind that, Isaac Pelnino. Check out his YouTube channel, Facebook channels. He's technically behind a lot of the work we're doing here today. Just some quality control, confirming that you can hear us. The Africa Schools Individual Chess Championship 2025. We are looking at the game between Jadon Simiyu and Jegas Shah. Please post a comment.
Let's just
Africa Schools Individual Chess Championship. Yep.
the basis. Looks simple, but check it. Yangu ni crash.
Iko na sikia inatumia Gorilla i7 i7 7i.
Hebu nipe hiyo simu. Zile simu. Hii mashine
Nako na cable nyingine ya kuchaji refu.
mchaja laptop.
Isaac nani?
Katika tu Pearl Production.
Eh?
Isaac Pearl Production.
Pel.
PEL.
P
PEL.
PEL alafu production. wamerudi kwa watu wamerudi semi.
My boss. Kwaje?
I'm not your boss.
Unafanya nini
I'm
kwa
your boss wangu.
No. No, you will always be my boss.
Can I give you a sentence? Yes. I wanted to send you to Kilifi.
Kilifi. To Kilifi.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. I cannot.
Let's see, I'm your boss.
Oh, on a perspective of a boss, I can. But since I am here,
Can you pack the seats and go? If I was the president and I was the boss, I did nipigie simu na mtu achekeja kwa hebu kana kati.
Who are paying me? So first tell me, are you paying me or I am paying you?
I'm paying you. I want to get
Sijui, but kucheza hivi situation.
hapa kitu.
Simu nilichukua hizo. Mimi niko na top.
Nani alikuwa? Oh, nini